welcome to another video on the channel. Today we are talking about, well, let me just say, if you're clicking this video, you're looking at buying an Indian Sport Cheese, and let me tell you, the best bike I've ever owned. And I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm going to tell you the pros and the cons that I have seen so far. I'm also going to tell you what I've done to the bike so far. So this is a 2023 Indian Sport Chief, and it's the gray, whatever color you want to call it, I don't remember. So we got a larger windshield, 10-inch risers, stage 1. So we got this intake, Fab 28 2-in-1 exhaust. Stage 2, so that is the throttle body cams and the fuel injectors. And then we got a saddleman seat as well, a step-up saddleman seat. There's only a couple more things I want to do to the bike, and that would be heated grips. And there's something else, I don't remember exactly what it was. I know I've talked about it in previous videos, but we're focusing on this bike today. As you can see, you know, I'm not using any hands right now. So let's talk about some of the features that you get on the handlebars. You get cruise control from the factory. It's fantastic, works great, holds the bike steady, no problems. You have your start, power, your high beams, low beams, horn, turn signals, music, and display. Let's go over the music. The music is exactly what it means. Hopefully you can see this, but I can turn my music up and down, and I can also switch songs by going left and right. The next button would be your display. So as you can see, I got that dash on right now. I can switch to a different dash. Depends on what you're doing, you know. I love more information, so it gives me my gear, my fuel, RPM, everything. Now you can cycle through the dash with a button right up here behind it. That takes you to your battery, your range, your economy. You can reset your economy, your tip outside, all that stuff. You can track your ride. I've never used that. Then you got your navigation. That is a big part of why I bought this bike. For the price point that it's at, you get so many features like cruise control and navigation. And navigation works best. I've heard a lot of people say that the navigation sucks. I've had no problems with it, and I plan on using it on my upcoming trip to Connecticut. So there's your navigation, and then memory lane is what I'm listening to right now. So there's your media. You can control that, you know, obviously from this button over here. Takes you back to your gauge. So I know we're kind of moving fast a little bit. I'm hoping this video is not going to be long. I just wanted to tell you what I love about this bike. Now, 10-inch risers on. Feels good. I'm comfortable on it. It's not a bad position. I'm 5'11", so that'll give you a little bit to think about. So I mean, I sit pretty comfortable on it. I feel in very, very good control of the bike. So I'm happy with it. I think you can go, is it 8, 10, and 12-inch? I don't think I'd go with the 12-inch. I just think that'd be a little too tall. Especially as I have that on my Dyna, and it is a little bit up there. So we'll hit that cruise control back on. It's gonna get us back up to speed where we need to be. Now let's talk about the windscreen. Windscreen. That is a mod I think you definitely need. It protects so much. It's really nice. Alright, going back to the windscreen. Alright, I'm not going to tell you how fast I just went, but windscreen, man, at 75 miles per hour, I'm not fighting the wind. I'm sitting there comfortably. You know, you can definitely feel the wind hitting you, but you're not getting an ab workout, an arm workout trying to hold yourself up. I think if you buy this bike, that is the #1 thing you need to do right there. It's worth every dollar of it. Let's talk about some of the other features that the bike does come with. The bike comes with Brembo brakes, KYB front suspension, Fox rear suspension with remote reservoirs, which is great. All that, great. The bike handles phenomenal. Man, there's just so much I love about this bike and the way it performs. It's unbelievable. I wish I could have another one. Just to have two. I don't know. That's just this bike. It's incredible riding machine. I definitely go to a dealership, take a test ride on it. I added a handlebar bag, and I'll get it. Then this is gonna be one of the kind of the negatives that I got for it. But I added a handlebar bag. It fits perfectly right behind it. I got it to kind of color match the bike a little bit. but with the power and everything like that, the bike has no problem. Let's talk about, or let me show you modes. So between when you're riding at night and day, the gauge will switch from white to black, but you also have tour and standard and sport mode. They make a difference, let me tell you. So like right now I'm in touring mode. The bike has no lack of power, but if I were to we're gonna switch it over to sport mode. We'll go ahead and it's just instant throttle. It just moves. You know, I'm in 6th gear, so it doesn't have as much torque as it normally would. But if I was in 4th, like it just moves so well. I don't use sport mode unless I need it. We'll put it that way. So there I switched it back. Bike's back to normal. And it feels good. Standard mode feels good. But most of the time, man, I'm just cruising around. So I don't need it. So we'll just go ahead and switch it back to the regular gauge. Let me tell you about the cons now, because we kind of went over everything that I love about the bike. Owning it, I think about since January. I bought it in January. So let me tell you everything I don't like about the bike. The luggage with this bike is awful. There's one set that I've found and from Indian, and it's $600, and it's really not that much. Other luggage options that I've seen people put, like on the Facebook groups and stuff, you got to reverse the shocks. I don't want to do that. I think it takes away the look. So either I save up save up the $600 and get those saddlebags, which don't offer you a lot of storage. Or you go without. I've chose to just put this handlebar bag on. It lets me put my wallet in there, registration, stuff like that. That's all I really need. And I'm gonna wear a backpack when you go on longer rides. And the next thing I don't like is the audio. So I know we've talked about how you control your music through your handlebars. That's great and all. One thing I've noticed is that connecting like from my phone to my helmet, it's loud. Connecting my phone to the bike to the helmet quiets it down a lot. So you gotta be aware of that. The next problem that I have with it is, again, with the audio, is it stops randomly. I don't know why, but then you'll have to pause it, unpause it. It's weird. I don't understand why it does it. Indian doesn't understand why it does it either. So there's that. That's something. Out of all the pros that I've listed, those are not very major cons. The next con that I have is, well, it's not cons about it is cons about the bike. So the next con is, as you can see, I got a check engine light on. This bike, stage 2, it got the tune, it got everything. I'm having an issue with my fueling for some reason. Indian don't know why either. So that's kind of a voice crack. That's kind of an issue. I don't like having a check engine light. It doesn't scare me, but I'd rather, it's a brand new bike. I have I have about 1,300 miles on it. I don't want no check engine light on the bike. Next thing, and it's not a con about the bike, it's a con about just Indian in general. No big bore kit for this bike. They have big bore kits to bring it up from a 111 to a 116, which I'm already at a 116. I want a big bore kit. I want a 131, 135, or a 143. If they offer that, I'm going. I'm getting it. No questions asked. So guys, that's all I really, oh, that was a big bump. That's all I really got on this video. I just wanted to explain everything about the Indian, what I love about it, what I don't like, the features of it. Incredible bike. in my final words, incredible. Highly recommend, at least if you're looking for a new bike, at least test ride it, because I was choosing this between the Harley Lowrider ST and the Lowrider S, and this, the features that you get on this bike stock compared to the Harley, it just doesn't compare, especially at the price point. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whatever it is for you. Thank you for clicking the video and watching. I'll see you in the next one.